I'm live. Is it? Hi, Gene. Is it really National Beer Day? Wow. If I'd have known that, I'd have poured a Guinness. Well, I'm there in spirit. So sip it if you got it. I'm assuming that's a rhetorical. So, cool. Well, happy Beer Day to you, too. Couple of beers there. Yep, awesome. Couple of beer steins, it looks like. Cool. Well, first one here. Best virtual seats in the house, as always. Oh, happy Fiesta Friday. Glad you're here. We'll wait for the rest of the tribe. Mike, I was looking. What is this Friday? I was looking for you on Wednesday, so we're going to celebrate your birthday. I was going to say posthumously. Ha! Hopefully not. A little late, but better late than never. So I'm glad you checked in. Chilly, Michigan in the room. Is it? I'll bet. Some of my Canadian clients have already been making the migration back home last week. My seasonal clients and a couple to Minneapolis. And one before she left was looking at the weather on her phone. It's like, oh my God, it's like 11 below back there. And it was like 71 or 2 that day. Mike's 41 and holding. If that's your story, I'm sticking to it. right, let's give it another minute. Hopefully we have another big turnout. Wow, we had a great group. What a large group on Wednesday. And people that rarely check in. That's what I like too. So, and all of you, of course, are my Standard Tribes members that are always here, which I am grateful for. Oh, I thought he was saying 41 and holding. Jean's the school teacher, so I'm diverting to her. She's smarter. He meant 40. Oh, it's 4. I thought it said 41 like, and then quotation marks or something. I see. It's a degree. But if 41 and holding works for you, as far as the age thing goes, then that works too. Yep, me too. Same with me, brother man, but I'm not going quietly into the night. How's that? Jane says, yeah. Woo, that's too cold. Our overnight lows we're starting to creep up in temperatures today. 80s, we're going to be in the 90s in a couple days. Then it'll drop back down. It kind of does this this kind of graduated sloping thing before we start getting too hot. But overnight lows are still, at least through tonight, 48. So we're still in the 40s too. I agree with Gene. That's cold. Anything below 70, I'm in a sweater or sweatshirt. All right. Let's get some music going. For my friends. When you're down and trouble and you need some love and care and nothing, oh nothing is going right. Just close your eyes and think of me. Soon I will be there to brighten up even your darkest nights. You just call my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running to see you again. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, and all you gotta do is call, and I'll be there. Yes, I will. You got a friend. If the sky high above you should turn dark and full of clouds, and that old cold north wind should begin to blow, just keep your poor head together and call my name out loud. Soon you'll hear me knocking upon your door. You just call my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running to see you again. again. Winter, spring, summer, fall, and all you gotta do is call, and I'll be there, yes I will. Hey, ain't it good to know that you've got a friend when people can be so cold? They'll hurt you and desert you. They'll take your soul if you let them know. But don't you let them. You just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running. Yes, I will see you again. Hey, baby, don't you know about that winter, spring, summer, fall? And all you gotta do is call, and I'll be there, yes, I will. You got a friend. You got a friend. Ain't it good to know you got a friend? Ain't it good to know you got a friend? Oh, baby, you got a friend. All right, kicking off this Fiesta Friday with little JT, James Taylor. Always a good time for that. Welcome, my tribe. Bee's here. Watch the replay. She's at the D-backs game. Okay. Ellie's here. Yay. Namaste. I saw you called. I was in session, then I had to run home. So if you're up, let's chat after. I'll give you a call. Mike says, all my cats just shut up and lay down and listen. That's awesome. Well, that's perfect timing then, because Mike just celebrated a birthday this week. So on the 5th, I believe, same day as my roommate. So I was looking for him on Wednesday night, and here he is. So you can all type in, think Gene already did. So let's, you know, I love to celebrate my friends' birthdays with my gift of music. So this one's for you, Mike. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Mike. Happy birthday to you. There you go, my friend. Happy birthday. There. Live long and prosper. Many, many more to you. And thanks for showing up. Thanks for joining in tonight. Glad you're here. Belated, better than never. So I did get to wish you that. So I'm happy about that. And your cats got to hear it too. That's awesome. Oh, let me see. All right. Thank you, celebrating another trip around the sun. I'm with you. Please come to Boston for the springtime. I'm heading out with some friends, they've got lots of room. You can sell your paintings on the sidewalk. Buy a cafe where I hope to be singing soon. Please come to Boston. She said no, but you come home to me. And she said, hey, rambling boy, why don't you settle down? Boston ain't your kind of town. There ain't no gold and there ain't nobody like me. 'Cause I'm the #1 fan of the man from Tennessee. Please come come to Denver with the snowfall. We'll move up into the mountains so far it can't be found. Throw I love you echoes down the canyon, and then lie awake at night till they come back around. Please come to Denver, but she said no, or you come home to me. And she said, hey rambling boy, why don't you settle down? Denver ain't your kind of town. There ain't no gold and there ain't nobody like me. 'Cause I'm the #1 fan of the man from Tennessee. Now this drifter's world goes round and round, and I doubt if it's ever gonna stop. But of all the dreams I've lost and found, and all that I ain't got, I still need to leave to somebody I can sing to. Please come to LA to live forever. The California life alone is just too hard to build. I live in a house that looks out over the ocean, and there's some stars that fell from the sky living up on the hill. Please come to LA, she just said no. Boy, will you come home to me? And she said, hey rambling boy, why don't you settle down? LA can't be your kind of town. There ain't no gold and there ain't nobody like me. 'Cause I'm the #1 fan of the man from Tennessee. Yeah, I'm the #1 fan of the man from Tennessee. Oh, all right. A little trip back to junior high days. And a guy named Dave Loggins did that song in about 7th grade, I think it was for me. He had a cousin that did pretty well too in the music business. Made some music. Named Kenny Loggins. Oh yeah, so V checked in, but she's at the Diamondbacks game, so if she watches this again, she likes the song, so this will be for her. When the rain is blowing in your face and the horn is on your case, I can offer you a warm embrace to make you feel my love. The evening shadows and the stars appear. There is no one to dry your tears. I can hold you for 1,000,000 years to make you feel my love. I know you haven't made your mind up yet, but I would never do you wrong. I've known it from the moment that we met. There's no doubt in my mind where you belong. And I go hungry, I go black and blue, I go crawling down the avenue. There ain't nothing that I wouldn't do to make you feel my love. Storms are raging on a rolling sea, down the highway of regret. The winds of change are blowing wild and free. The You ain't seen nothing like me yet. There ain't nothing that I wouldn't do. Go to the ends of the earth for you. Make you happy, make your dreams come true. To make you feel my love. Oh, all right. That's a Garth Brooks' arrangement of a Bob Dylan song from the Hope Float soundtrack, performed by moi. Oh, any new check-ins? No. All right. Good to see you here, my tribe. Thanks for being here this evening. Desperado, why don't you come to your senses? Down from your fences, so long now. You're a hard one, but I know that you got your reasons. These things that are pleasing you will hurt you somehow. But you draw the queen of diamonds, boy, and she'll beat you if she's able. The queen of hearts is always your best bet. Now it seems to me some fine things have been laid upon your table, but you only want the ones that you can't get. Desperado, oh boy, you ain't getting any younger. Your pain and your hunger, they're driving you home. Your freedom, oh your freedom, that's just some people talking. Your prison is walking through this world all alone. Don't your feet get cold in the wintertime? The sky won't snow and the sun won't shine. It's hard to tell the nighttime from the day, yeah. Now you're losing all your highs and lows, and it's funny how the feeling goes away. Desperado, why don't you come to your senses? Come down from your fences and open the gate. It may be raining, but I know there's a rainbow above you. You better let somebody love you. Let somebody love you. You better let somebody love you before it's too late. Battle of the Eagles for this Fiesta Friday. Good Friday, I guess it is. For some, around the globe. So pre-Easter set. Good to have you here. Thank you all so much for being here. Let me see. Oh yeah, I haven't done this one in a while. I was thinking of this one. Blue moon, you saw me standing alone, without a dream in my heart, without a love of my own. Blue moon, you knew just what I was there for. You heard me sing a prayer for someone I really could care for. And then there suddenly appeared before me the only one my arms will ever hold. I heard someone whisper, please adore me. And when I looked to the moon, it turned to gold. Blue moon, now I'm no longer alone, without a dream in my heart, without a love of my own. And then there suddenly appeared before me the only one my arms will ever hold. I heard someone whisper, please adore me. And when I looked to the moon, it turned to gold. Blue moon, now I'm no longer alone, without a dream in my heart, without a love of my own. Blue moon, blue moon, blue moon. Oh, there we go. Haven't played that one in a while, so I think we hit a full moon last night, maybe tonight. I don't know. So I felt like playing that. No new check-ins. All right. Cool. Well, we're keeping things moving along. Let's see. Okay. I haven't done this one a little bit. This was from the Country Strong soundtrack. When the stars line up and you catch a good break, and people think you're lucky, but you know it's grace. And it can happen so fast. We're a little bit late, and timing is everything. And I've had close calls when it could have been me. And I was young when I learned just how fragile I can be. I lost friends of mine, guess it wasn't my time. Timing is everything. And I could have been a child that God took home, and I would have been one more unfinished song. And when it seems a rhyme is hard to find, that's when one comes along just in time. Well, I remember that day when our eyes first met. You ran into the building to get out of the rain 'cause you were soaking wet. And as I held the door, you wanted to know my name. And timing is everything. And I could have been another minute late. You would have been... No, wait, sorry. Our paths never would have crossed the path that day. When it seems true love is hard to find, that's when love comes along just in time. Well, you can call it fate or destiny. Sometimes it really seems like it's a mystery, 'cause you can be hurt by love or healed by the same. Timing is everything. And it can happen so fast or a little bit late. Timing is everything. As my friend Steve Flowers used to say, I believe that's true. Me too. Oh, so good to see my friends here. No new check-ins. Ellie says, lovely. Thank you. Thank you so much. Again, not because I'm lazy, but since I'm already capoed here on the 5th fret, I may as well play some stuff I know on the 5th fret. Let's do a nice little Steve Holt song that he wrote in Australia. I only had 1 minute left on my calling card. It was halfway around the world and it was raining really hard. I only had a couple of aspirin and a half a can of beer, so swallowed it down for courage, but it was still pretty hard to hear. And I only had 3 words that I wanted to tell you, but it would be easier if you were here and I could smell you. Words are falling, I don't know. They drift, they pass, they melt like snow. I know I may be a flake, I scrape my knees and miss mistakes. I may lose, but mostly win. Sometimes I'll get soaked in sin, but I fall right back into your arms again. So I ordered 4 cans of Tooheys, and I set them on the trunk. Had a long conversation with a hopeless drunk. And I only had 5 tickets and 6 new friends. So one of them had a hissy fit and drove off in her Mercedes-Benz. Words are falling, I don't know. They drift, they pass, they melt like snow. I know I may be a flake, I scrape my knees and make mistakes. I may lose, but mostly win. Sometimes I'll get soaked in sin, but I fall right back into your arms again. So we played 7-card stud. I had a royal flush. I took out your picture and started to blush. And I only had 8 lives. Most cats got 9. So I skipped out on the bungee jumping just this time. Just this time. There's only a 10 chances to say I love you. Words are falling, I don't know. They drift, they pass, they melt like snow. I know I may be a flake. I scrape my knees and make mistakes. I may lose, but mostly win. Sometimes I get soaked in sin, but I fall right back into your arms again. Hey, I'll collapse into your loving arms again. Yeah, I fall right back into your arms again. Oh, all right. A little my buddy Steve Holtz via Australia. I think he wrote that about 20 years ago. Still got tribes folks out there. No new check-ins. All right. A friend of Steve's, I got introduced to his music through Steve. Bob Schneider from Austin, Texas. He wrote this pretty little song. So since I'm capoed on the 5th, I'll just stay here and do this one too. Sumi was a pilot in the nationally known Amazing Ladies of the Outer Ozone. She didn't have no kid, she didn't have no time. She was a woman of her word, she was a fighter of crime. She looked good in a hat, she had a natural way. With tools and no car, she went to UCLA. And everybody said she was as crazy as a loon. When she was a girl, she'd spend every afternoon sitting in her backyard pretending to be a fighter race in the Japanese military. She liked to make up her mind, she kept her feet in the air. She wore her heart on her sleeve, 'cause she'd found it there. It was all well and good until she met this young man. A young pilot named Steve with a beautiful tan. He spoke English and French and he swam like a swan. He had a mouthful of teeth and more style than Cezanne. He could talk to the bees, he could breathe in the air. He wore his heart on his sleeve 'cause he'd found it there. And they'd sit in the trees and they'd talk through the night, while the blind moon swam in the pale starlight. They talked and they crowed and they told what they knew. It was better than beer, it was all strange and new. There was grass all around, it was black up above. This all strange and new was something like love. And I don't know why life, it seems to be so hard for dreamers like you and me. When love is love is everywhere. Schneider song for my Fiesta Friday tribe. Thanks for being here and welcome again. No new check-ins? All right. Since we're already capoed, let's move on down the neck. Another Steve Poltz song I like playing. He wrote this one in Australia as well. This is called, no, the other one's 10 Chances. Stax. S-T-A-X. And that's named after the Stax Volz, V-O-L-Z, blues label out of Memphis, Tennessee. Big in the 40s and 50s. And so that's the name of this one. You ride with the top down and all the boys stare. The scent of a magazine, your windblown hair. I could have tried to get deeper inside, so sat there alone, slowly I'd fry. Hope it's only pretend, and this is the end. And I got piles of old pictures. You got your clothes on my racks. You can keep most of the records. Leave me the Motown and the Stax. Leave me the Motown and the Stax. I broke down in Grimsby. I missed you so bad. I felt like a fifth wheel, smiling and sad. All of the whiskey in the world couldn't stop my heart from beating. Spun like a top. Hope it's only pretend, and this is the end. I've got piles of old pictures. Get your clothes on my racks. You can keep most of the vinyl. Leave me the Motown and the Stax. Leave me the Motown and the Stax. Screw these damn cell phones, the cancer in my head, this genetic chicken makes me feel like I'm dead. Argue for hours and miles and night till I just pass out. The fluorescent light. Hope it's only pretend, and this is the end. And I've got piles of old pictures. Get your clothes on my racks. You can keep most of the vinyl. Leave me the Motown and the Stax. And I've got piles of old memories. You and me down by the tracks. You can keep most of the records. Leave me the Motown and the Stax. Leave me the Motown and the Stax. Oh, a little of my Steve Poltz, my buddy Steve Poltz. Another one he wrote some years back in Australia. Let's drop it down one more. I love my what's left of my long hair. It just gets a little wild sometimes in my eyes. All right. A little of the late great Townes Van Zandt. If I needed you, would you come to me? Would you come to me and ease my pain? If you needed me, I would come to you. I would swim the seas for to ease your pain. In the night forlorn, all the morning's born, and the morning shines with the lights of love. You will miss sunrise if you close your eyes, and I would break my heart in two. Lady's with me now, since I showed her how to let her lily hand in mine. Loop and lemon green, she's a sight to see, and a treasure for the poor to find. If I needed you, would you come to me? Would you come to me and ease my pain? If you needed me, I would come to you. I would swim the seas so to ease your pain. Oh, as I say, a great song is always going to be a great song. A little of the late great Townes Van Zandt. All right, we're starting to wind down this Fiesta Friday. I haven't seen any comments in a while. Guess people are still out there. No new check-ins. Thanks for being here, my Fiesta Friday tribe. This Good Friday for many. Friday before Easter. I'm going to do another, we'll do a double shot of Townes Van Zandt. I always have to remember the beginning of the song, though. No, I keep wanting to play the beginning of the If I Needed You. The beginning is totally different, but it's the same chord structure in G form, and I always forget what the beginning's like. Hang on, it'll come to me. Living, wait, I might be in the wrong key. Hang on. No, I'm right. Living on the road, my friend. No. Living on the road, my friend, is gonna keep you free and clean. Now you wear your skin like iron and your breath's as hard as kerosene. You weren't your mama's only son, but a favorite one it seems. She began to cry when you said goodbye and sank into your dreams. Pancho was a bandit boy. His horse was fast as polished steel. War's gone outside his pants for all the honest world to feel. Pancho met his match, you know, on the borders down in Mexico. No one heard his dying words, but that's the way it goes. And all the federales say they could have had him any day. They only let him hang around, and out of kindness, I suppose. Now Lefty can't sing the blues all night long like he used to. The dust that Pancho bit down south ended up in Lefty's mouth. The day they laid poor Pancho low, Lefty left for Ohio, where he got the bread to go. Ain't nobody knows. And all the federales say they could have had him any day. They only let him slip away, out of kindness, I suppose. Pick it. The poets write how Pancho fell. Lefty lives in cheap hotels. The border's quiet and Cleveland's cold, and so the story ends, we're told. Pancho needs your prayers, it's true, but save a few for Lefty too. He only did what he had to do. Now he's growing old, and all the federales say they could have had him any day. They only let him go so wrong, out of kindness, I suppose. A few gray federales say they could have had him any day. They only let him go so wrong, out of kindness, I suppose. Oh, there's a double shot of the late great Townes Van Zandt for my tribe. I'm gonna do one more and then call it a night. It's a Don Henley song, released as a single, not with the Eagles, from the Fast Times at Ridgemont High soundtrack. Every day you see her in the hall, you just pretend you don't see her at all. You wanna tell her how much you care. You wanna call her, but you just don't dare. Love rules, no all the guys. Don't ever let them see the tears in your eyes. She's got a date tonight and it ain't you. So you go out there and you get one too. The rules of love, rules, the rules, yeah, love, rules. You wish you didn't have so much to feel. It's much too crazy and it's all too real. All your friends are out having fun. Sometimes you think that you're the only one that love rules. Oh, love rules. Well, everybody's making time. You can't help thinking you're the last in line. She's the finest thing you've ever seen. You wrap your arms around her in your dreams. When she smiles, it brings you to your knees. You wanna tell her, but you always freeze. She's in the backseat, but you're much too shy. You'd give the world to be an older guy. Love rules. No, love rules. Love rules. Yeah, love rules. Love rules. Oh, love rules. Love rules. Love rules. Love rules. Oh, all right. Little Don Henley song. Gene says, love it. Thank you. Christine is here. Christina, hi there. Been trying to like these out, but not sure it's working. Thanks for so long Friday listening. Slowed things down. Much appreciated. Yes, you are here. So I was gonna end on that song, but now that you're here, I'm gonna end on this one. So this is welcome to Fiesta Friday, by the way. Thank you as we close the set out. Thanks for my tribe, as I always say, no matter how large or small a gathering, it's an esteemed group of tribes folks. Thanks, Gene. So, Christina, this is to you and your bride, your sweetheart, because I officiated your wedding at the Riparian Preserve a couple of years ago, and I played this song for you and your sweetie. So I'm gonna do this. This is from Elvis's Blue Hawaii. So here's your wedding song. Thanks for checking in and influencing how I'm gonna end my set, which I love. Wise men say only fools rush in, but I can't help falling in love with you. Shall I stay? Would it be a sin if I can't help falling in love with you? Like a river flows surely to the sea, darling, so it goes. Some things are meant to be. Take my hand, take my whole life too, for I can't help falling in love with you. Like a river flows surely to the sea, darling, so it goes. Some things are meant to be. Take my hand, take my whole life too, for I can't help falling in love with you, for I can't help falling in love with you. All right, there's to Christina and her beautiful bride. Thanks for showing up and influencing, ending my set. I got to do one extra song. Oh, Alicia's there. Oh, good. So beautiful. Took us right back to that day. It was a beautiful day. What a wonderful memory. Oh. Well, I know they're tears of joy. All right. So I follow my muse, and she says, "Do an encore from Blue Hawaii." So I am. I love this little song. I learned this song before I went to Maui 2 years ago, January, and just this last January, to take my Lomi Lomi, ancient healing style of Hawaiian massage training. And Kumujina owns the school, and she's a therapist and a physical therapist, and she sings, and she led us in chants every morning, and it was like being in church kind of, but it's all Hawaiian stuff. And then on one morning, we had already paired up. We were still wearing masks. We were paired up at tables, and she sung this beautiful a cappella song. She already knew I was a singer-songwriter. And so she sang, and before she started, I said, "Kumu, is it okay if I share my gift of music with my classmates?" And she said, "Of course." So I sang this a cappella, and I pulled out my mask so I could sing, and one of my classmates was on the opposite side of the room. She pulled her mask down with just her eyes full of water, tears, and she said, "That was my grandmother's favorite song, and she used to sing it to me and play it for me of Elvis's, from the movie Blue Hawaii." And I never knew that, and that's the way serendipity works. So so this is that song, which I love. So we'll do it as an encore before I end for Christina and Alicia. Ku'ipo, I love you more today than yesterday, but I love you less today, less than I will tomorrow. See the sweet Hawaiian rose, see it blossom, see it grow. That's the story of our love, ever since we said hello. Ku'ipo, I love you more today than yesterday, but I love you less today, less than I will tomorrow. As the years go passing by, we'll recall our wedding day. I will be there by your side. You will always hear me say, "Ku'ipo, I love you more today, more today than yesterday. But I love you less today, less than I will tomorrow. Coo-ee-po, coo-ee-po, you're my Hawaiian sweetheart. Coo-ee-po, coo-ee-po, you're my Hawaiian sweetheart. I'm so glad you showed up tonight, Christina and Alicia. Yay, my loves. That influenced how I was going to end that set. That's serendipity. That's the way the universe works. I'm so glad. I'm so glad to put a smile on your face, and the tears I know are of joy. And I know when you're ready, don't forget, I owe you a house concert. I've not forgotten. I'm not pushy. I'm just waiting. Nice to think. You're welcome. As are you. Thanks for being here. Thanks, Gene. Stay in touch. When you guys are ready, I'm bringing my guitar and I want to play live for you and as many friends as you can fit in that home. Okay, good. It's on my radar screen. Oh, all right, my tribe. Thank you so much. Thanks for hanging in here. Happy birthday, Mike McCabe, all up in chilly Michigan with his cats jumping up to listen to the set, which I love because they've heard me play before. I guess it didn't scare them off, so that I'm happy for. Thanks for everybody for showing up tonight. Thank you because, like Eddie said, and Eddie and the Cruisers too, music's got to breathe, man. It's got to live. So my sets are largely influenced by who shows up, songs that you like, and serendipitous stuff. So without you, I'd have nobody to sing to. So I'm grateful for all of you. So, and as always, as Ellie taught us in Shiatsu class, Namaste. The divinity in me recognizes and honors the divinity in you. Thank you for keeping yourselves healthy. Thanks for keeping those immune systems bolstered up. Have a wonderful Friday, this Fiesta Friday, sliding into your weekend. And I will be back on Easter Sunday, as it turns out. 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. We'll be here on Easter. Hopefully you can show up. I'd love to see you here. So we'll be back then. Otherwise, enjoy the rest of your Friday night. Enjoy your wonderful weekend. And we'll see you again soon.